What's up YouTube, it's BLACKWING. Welcome back to my channel and as always, welcome to my new video. Today I want to feature my new Psycho Beast list for end of March 22. A big shoutouts to this guy right here because he got me the idea on a Psycho Beast deck with Mass Change 2. What can I say? It works perfect right now, right? You can avoid the Ash really easy. You can set up even bigger boards now, even bigger plays, bigger combos. So the deck is really fun. Also, if you want to see more GX content, I will link the channel down in the description. So he's featuring a lot of GX type decks as well. Check him out. Alright, so let's talk about the video. I got some really nice and interesting gameplays for you guys to actually understand how powerful this deck can be if played right. So I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Of course, Decklist will be at the end of the video. Just some thoughts on the list, some thoughts on the picks I did there. So I hope you guys enjoy and let me know down in the comments what you think. Otherwise, have fun with the video. Let's hop right into the first game here. This is by far a game that shows you how strong this deck can be if played right. So we have a pretty sick combo already on our hand. He has no hand trap, so we're just gonna bring out Hamon here. We're gonna draw the Fallen Paradise into another draw 2. Of course, Army Rush, as always. Love to see it. Again, notice how I get rid of my Skyfire here, because we can easily get it back with Spirit Gates. Always recycle. If you have those two cards and you got one potential card in your graveyard you can get back, always send your Skyfire, for example, or another Spirit Gates, or send them on the grave, because you can always get them back. Always keep that in mind. That's really strong. So Fallen Paradise, gonna let me draw 2. I'll play the Allure of Darkness. Gonna get rid of my Summoning Beast here to set up my next turn. As you can see, we're pretty much set and done. Also another Mass Change here. So a mistake I did here was playing Mass Change, but I get rid of my Rise map. I could have just get rid of my Spirit Gates and get it back next turn. But I wasn't sure what he had, man. Maybe he could have cleared it, so I was like, alright, let's drop the Rise map here. Was okay though. So here comes Darklaw. This is a pretty sick turn 1. Like you got Darklaw, which doesn't allow him to pull cards on his graveyard. And you also have Skyfire to negate any spell trap. And even if he clears the Fallen Paradise, we still had Armor Rush to protect one of those. So really strong one. So another Blackwing. Just dropping the Max C. He's playing it pretty smart, so he's going right into battle phase to get rid of my Darklaw. And then he goes for the combo. Skyfire gonna drop, we're gonna negate his card. I think it was card draw or something like this. As always, when we draw the Max C, you always want to see the Nibiru, Lava Golem, something like this. So we're gonna look for the Nibiru. Man, the hand right now looks insane, so he was dead no matter what. Not a Baconing Beast, so there comes the Nibiru. Here we go. Of course he had main 2, so there was nothing more you could do. Triggering some more effects on his grave. And he can get the Ultimate Falcon. Pretty good card as well. It's untouchable by other cards, so pretty nasty effect. But we were super fine here. So we go Baconing Beast. I'm getting another Hamon. Tributing for Diabolos. We're gonna get another Spirit Gates. Look at his card draw, man. It's insane. Cursed Javelin, just to set the token to 0, that's why I played it in attack. Then we get back our Summoning Beast. I'm gonna tribute Diabolos. I'm gonna get back a Spirit Gates. Then I go for Mass Change. Into Darklaw. And we're gonna drop the Anaconda. just to get the Armityle out. There you have it, guys. Like, that's an insane turn. Look look at your board, right? We still had all combo pieces on our hand as well. So we had a Solemn Judgment for next turn, we had a Call by the Grave for the next combo, and even if you got like some special summon, we still had Max C. So, man, this deck is insane. I would just go for victory. Next game, pretty good starting hand as well. We're gonna draw a second. So that's okay. He plays Prank Kids. I have no Ash, I have no Hand Trap, no Nibiru, so he can play into a full combo right here. I'm gonna skip that a little bit. Alright. So that's the combo he started with turn 1. Not the best thing, but that's fine. So first off, I'm always playing pure Rise Map as first card because he can Ash it, right? You don't have to pay life points, that's pretty good. So we're gonna bait out the Ash there, and we're gonna Twin Twister to get rid of his spells. So here notice how I put down my Skyfire, because we can always get it back with Spirit Gates. Alright, so always drop cards like this. Here we go. Ash is gonna trigger, but he doesn't know we still have 2 of our combo pieces on hand, so we're super fine. Playing out both cards here, and I'm going right into Hamon to attack. Of course, Almirage is there all the time. And we're gonna get our Fallen Paradise as well to draw into another 2, so we're even on hands as well. Max C. Awesome. Now I get my Skyfire back, and we're super set here. And it's gonna trigger its effects, and he's gonna get 2 cards back from his graveyard. That's fine. He's taking 3000 here. And we do turn. So here he goes for his Prank Kids plays. He can add a card with that, not sure what else he can do. Monster gonna lose attack, stuff like this, but I don't want it to let him search, that's why I Solemn Judgment that. Because I thought, man, this guy's missing a piece. If he's not going full combo on turn 1, he's gonna miss a piece or something. And this card probably gave it the piece, that's why I Solemn Judgment that. Then he goes for Feather Duster, but thanks God we have Skyfire here, so we're fine against that as well. He's gonna set one and get his Mew Mew cat. And I'm just gonna Call by the Grave his card on the graveyard, so he won't get another card. Now I'm dropping the Max C, kinda late though, but I didn't expect him to do more here, but he could. So Max C was right on time. Now he's gonna trigger some effects. I'm gonna draw some cards, which is great for us. There comes Uriah, there comes Diabolos. So we could look for Raviel, and we got him right there. So next turn, right into the pure Rise map. We're always gonna look for the Ash, of course. And if he doesn't have one, then we're pretty fine here. Now I'm just using Spirit Gates to get down my Dark Summoning Beast to use its effect on the graveyard. And we're even set for Armityle here, so pretty huge. We're gonna do Fallen Paradise into Allure of Darkness, draw another 2. We're just gonna get rid of our Chaos Core here since we already have all 3 pieces on our hand. Then we go double Dark Beckoning Beast into Dark Javelin, Cursed Javelin. Use its effect to trigger his effect. So this guy's gone. He gets 2 cards back from his graveyard. There we go. Then I'm just slinking away for the Phoenix to get rid of his set card here. Just in case he got something. And actually he got Mirror Force. Pretty rare, man. I don't see that really often, but hey, sure. Then we go for the Unicorn. We just got rid of his card here on his board. And then we play right into Armityle to end the game. Really nasty turn. That's like a full combo you can do. And I still had more cards on hand, so... We have Baconing Beast and Mass Change, which is really, really good. We actually started second here, so I just dropped the Max C to make sure I get all the cards I need. But he goes for the Ash, which is fine to me, man, because no Ash on his hand means I can go into full combo next turn. So that's super fine. And we play against DRYTRON. So he banished 6 cards, and he actually only got like 2 Ash. And cards he probably didn't need, so he just ending turn. That was our moment to shine, right? I could have went for Chaos Core, for example, just to get right into Armityle to OTK him. But he used his Herald, so I had to use Mass Change here. And since we knew we against DRYTRON, I could easily get rid of Twin Twister here. I didn't need that in that case. So here comes Dark Law. And since he put down the Eva, we can just use its effect now to banish something on his hand. And surprisingly, we got the Ben 10. So his combo was screwed here. He's just gonna play out a card and gonna concede. There was nothing he could do. Alright, starting end, not the best. So I had to put on Alert of Darkness. Sadly, we draw into 2 Chaos Summoning Beasts, so that was pretty lucky. All I could have done here was set. I don't want to drop my Summoning Beast here, since I got rid of one already, so I just let it on hand and play one Twin Twister, that's it. So if that would have been a hero deck, something like that, this guy would have OTK'd me for sure. But thanks God it was a mage, so... Or a Dark Magician, right? He plays the circle, and only when this card is activated you can use the effect, so that's why I use Twin Twister immediately. Because that's a search card for them, man. They need that card. So, he keeps going, right? But fine for us. We still had the Feather Dust on hand, so we're fine with that. Battle phase, we almost take the 4K. That's fine. So, right here I'm just gonna clear his board. Or spells and traps. I'm gonna use Summoning Beast effect here. Put it down and to play into Hamon. That's why, even if you start the game with a bad hand, you always gotta look out for plays for the next turn. That's why I use Twin Twister to get rid of my Dark Summoning Beast, just to use its effect on the graveyard to get Hamon in my hand. And since we still had the Chaos Summoning Beast, it's an easy 4K for us, and we can still attack. Of course, we also got Fallen Paradise. So, drawn right into the Spirit Gates. And we're gonna follow the Dark Baconing Beast for next turn. Super good, man. That's super good. So always keep in mind, you got lots of plays, but you need to get used to them. So here he plays another circle. I'm just gonna Solemn Judgment that. Even if the HP gets low, always take the risk with the stack, because they can really cross your boss monsters. Alright, draw 2, right into Raigeki. I'm playing my Baconing Beast to get Raya. Linking that away to put my Dark Summoning Beast on the graveyard. We're gonna look for Raviel, and then we're just gonna play into Armityle. So, Armityle, still super viable. Easy OTK'S. Alright. So we're starting. He's jumping to Max C right away. I could have used Call by the Grave here, but Max C is gonna draw him one card, right? For one special summon. And since we're gonna get 3 cards out of it with Lost Paradise into draw 2, we're super fine with Max C here. So I'm not using Call by the Grave. So, now, really important, right? I'm looking for Lost Paradise, he's gonna Ash me, now I drop the Call by the Grave. Just in case, you know? Like, we could have Called by the Grave the Max C, but it was really risky, so keep that on hand most of the times just to protect for the Ash. There we go. So we can still get our Lost Paradise. He's minus 2 cards now, both hand traps down. And I can still draw 2, so we're super fine. That was a perfect turn for us. There we go. We got the Spear Gates. I'm just gonna look for the Baconing Beast here to set up the next turn. So, no matter what he's doing, we have Baconing Beast, we have Spear Gates, so even if we drop the Nibiru, we're super fine. So, and of course we got Crackdown. So he plays out his Ancient Warrior. This card is actually pretty strong, unless it's on his side of the field. That's why I use Crackdown immediately. He has no quick effect, so we can just take it without worrying. He can activate his effect already. That's what I'm doing right here. Crackdown, his normal summon is gone, so all he can do is special summon, and he had nothing, so we were super fine here. First off, I'm gonna draw 2 into Twin Twister. Gonna drop the Nibiru, we don't really need it. There comes the Impermanence, which is super fine for us. So, here comes the Baconing Beast. Gonna look for the Chaos Core. Gonna drop the Armor Rush. Then we're gonna use Armor Rush's effect on Chaos Cores to summon to get all the 3 Sacred Beasts on our graveyard. And right immediately after, we're gonna drop the Mass Change. So we can set up our board here. Really easy. And of course we get the Armityle. So that's just the full potential on the deck, right? That's just what I want to show you. I didn't have to overkill him. Well, since I want to show you the plays you can do and all the stuff you can summon, this is like the best way to do it. So there we go. Dark Law. And we also have the Armityle. Awesome. So this match was really strong as well. Even though we started with a pretty bricky starting hand, this duel just shows you how strong this deck really is. So just enjoy that, guys. I think, yeah, we're gonna start off. We just had a Solemn Judgment and a Call by the Grave here. I think he didn't really pay attention to the game, that's why he dropped the Max C. He fair played that, of course, but this guy was actually pretty strong, right? He was really good, but I think he just didn't pay notice or something. I think he just didn't notice what I was doing, so he just dropped the Max C because he thought I would special summon something, or I don't know. So, turn change. And he plays the DRYTRON. And this time I'm gonna drop my Max C. So, good card draw for us. We had the Nibiru on hand already, so we were super set and fine. We also had Call by the Grave. There we go. Right into the Ben 10. Always banish this card if possible. So it keeps going, right? The basic DRYTRON combo. I'm just gonna fast forward this guy. He plays out Ben 10. Then he plays out the Lady of Eternal. And now I'm gonna drop my Nibiru. He drops the Eva. And there we go. So Eva gonna bring him his Herald on hand. And his combo card. Now he's gonna use the Preparation of the Rites. Man, this card is OP as hell. You can add a Ritual monster from deck to your hand, and then you can also add a Ritual spell from your graveyard to your hand. And he had one, so this card, man, is super OP. You always gotta get rid of this. Thanks God I had the Solemn Judgment there. Otherwise I would have been screwed, I guess. So he had to end his turn. Maxi lets us drop a lot of cards here. We draw right into the Baconing Beast as well. So first off, I'm playing the Pure Rice map to actually avoid the Ash, right? Then we go for Baconing Beast. Since he had no Ash, we just go for the full combo here. As always, Army Rush first. Then we attack with Nibiru, because if we use Dark Summoning Beast effect, we can't attack this battle phase, so always attack first, then use its effect in the main 2. I'm gonna drop the Skyfire, gonna bring him on, also Diabolos on our hand, then we're gonna use its effect, and tribute the Chaos Summoning Beast for Raviel. Fun Paradise, as always. And now he needs to play through this, right? He's also gonna lose a card with Diabolos, and we're super sad here. So I actually should have avoided this card, but with Skyfire, you only have one negate, so I actually want to negate his Ritual spell. That's why I didn't use it. Now I'm gonna drop the Maxi again, so we draw more cards. And now he's using his Ritual spell, and I'm gonna avoid that with Skyfire. Alright, there comes his XYZ Dragon. And he's continuing summoning. There comes his normal summon. Now Raviel is going to trigger its effect. So we get a little token. And he's just searching for his combos. Now he goes for the carrier. Since he can play out his combo, I guess. And the Linkuribu. And look at our hand, guys. Like, look how many cards we are drawing. So, Maxi right now is one of the strongest cards in his deck. It lets you... Like, it always was, right? But I think on this deck list, the Maxi just hits different, you know? It feels way more stronger right now. Like, drawing all the cards. You can set up through so many plays with this new list. It's insane. I love it. So first thing we do, draw 2. We draw right into the Regeki Man. Super lucky there. Eva gonna trigger. That's fine for us. I'm gonna use the Mass Change on my token, which is insane, right? You can use token on the Raviel mark. That's super sick. So we get Doglaw, and now he can get one of his cards back, right? But we're gonna banish one of his cards. Oh, he gets 2, my bad. Now we're gonna banish one. And it hits the Herald. So he's done. And we could have gone way more. Like, we could have went into Armityle as well. This guy was over. Alright, so we started second here. Looks like this is an Armityle game. Most of the time, I go for Armityle if I have Spirit Destruction, Fusion Destruction on my hand. So I'm just gonna double forward this. It takes a little bit of time here. Goes for Ignister, something. But he plays right into my Nibiru, so that's why I played on 2 now. You want to see it more often on your starting hands. It's better than Lava Golem right now. Oh my god. So, basic combo, right? I go for Pure Rise Map first, into Twin Twister, and we're gonna let loose of the Crackdown here, because I need both of those cards. But I just wanted to make sure his field spell is destroyed. So there comes the Spear Gates. We're gonna search for the Chaos Core. And then I can just full combo here. Into Army Rush. Now you can place the Max C, which is fine for us. We only do one more special summon here. So we're gonna trigger K's Core's effect. Gonna set all the Sacred Beasts on our graveyards. And then we're gonna drop the Fusion Destruction. There we go. And since he has 5-7 HP left, we just OTK him here. So let's do pretty nasty starting hand. We're gonna draw right into Spirit Gates for Summoning Beast. So that's your full combo as always. That's how you do it. If you're starting a duel, that's the combo you want to look out for every time. Because that's just the strength of this deck. Your turn ones are insane. By the way, I saw many videos on people trying Sacred Beast deck and doing Decklist videos and gameplay videos about it. Always, if you're not having Skyfire in the hand or like Awakening of a Sacred Beast, always put your Sacred Beast in defense position. Because if he has, for example, Lightning Storm, he can only get rid of your spells and traps, not of your monsters. I saw so many people just drop them in attack position. It's not good, guys. Like, that won't rank you up on the queue, so. Always go defense, that's always the safe spot. And even if you play Nameron, for example, you don't get hit by 16k, something like this. So, always defense position. So this guy plays... what's it called, man? It's not Synchro. Pendulum. Right. Man. I play against these decks, like, not really often. But this guy was playing really good, actually. So I'm just gonna double forward that. He can spam out his monsters, like hell. We're drawn to double Nibiru here. But he doesn't really play out strong cards. So we didn't even have to Nibiru this. I think he keeps going a little bit. Yeah. And Demion. Pretty cool card. Pretty nasty that Pendle had... Or this Pendle deck has 2 animations. I don't know why. As I said, guys, Konami, please bring Sacred Beast some animation. That would make me really happy. So, I could have Nibiru there, right? But we didn't even have to. So... Gonna bring out the Rise map here. For the Awakening Beast. Gonna Twin Twister. And then we're gonna mass change the token away for Dark Law. I'm gonna search for Uriah. Going for the Cursed Javelin. You know, 0 attack for his enemy. Then we're gonna special summon our Underworld Goddess. And he goes for a Concede here. Love it. Alright, so let's find out what's inside the deck, right? We still run triple copy of Chaos Summoning Beast, triple copy of Dark Awakening Beast, because these are our setup cards for every play. Still double Dark Summoning Beast. Going 3 is just a big brick sometimes, so you don't need that. We run double Maxi, we run 1 Ash Blossom, 1 Chaos Core to set up Armityle. We still run the one Diabolos, since it's a big card on your board every time you play this card, so I think you saw how strong this card can be. You run double Nibiru now. Always want to search for the Max C on your starting hand to draw into the Nibiru, that's really important. One Raigeki, one Feather Duster. I got rid of both copies of Lightning Storm here, because it was too situational. People also ask me like if there are changing cards for Lightning Storm. I would do I just went for the double Lure of Darkness because it gives you more draw power. It's situational, you don't want that on your starting hand, that's important. Pure Rise Map is the card you want on your starting hand here. I still run one Dark Ruler no more, just against decks like Zimorg or something. This deck is really good, so I keep that over the Droplet, for example. Of course, we got the Fusion Destruction here for Armityle. So like in my old deck list, I'm only running one Fallen Paradise now, since most of the time it's bricking me. I got the Fallen Paradise on my starting hand, but no combo card. That's why I only recommend playing it on one now. As I said, man, the meta is changing every week, and some decks are played more, some decks are played less, and since every deck right now is playing really, really fast, you don't want it on your starting hand, so that's why I only go for one Fallen Paradise in this case. Of course, Skyfire still in the deck. We still have a triple copy of the Spirit Gates, which is really interesting. As I said, you can recycle lots of cards with this. You can set up for plays with that all the time, so that's your best combo card as Spell and Trap, alright? Then we run double Mass Change. As I said, this card is insane on this deck, because if you don't have the Call by the Grave in your hand, you're most likely gonna have the Mass Change on your hand most of the time, so it lets you set up for insane odd plays with Darklaw. A really strong card for search decks, stuff like this. We still run one Twin Twister. It's necessary. You can run Cosmic Cyclone, doesn't really matter, but I like to kill 2 cards instead of 1, so I went for the Twin Twister. And as you saw in the video, you can, for example, get rid of one Dark Summoning Beast, use its effect next turn to play out the Chaos Summoning Beast into Hamon, for example, so still really good combo. Double Call by the Grave, really necessary to bring your combo through, so we're gonna keep this in the deck. As well as one Solemn Judgment to just negate a card, a normal summon, a special effect, something like this. Only one Crackdown now, because you want to play your combos out as fast as you can, so you want combo cards instead of like control-y cards. That's why I only got one left in the deck. And of course, Awakening of the Sacred Beast, one time, just to level up your HP. Sometimes it's a skill drain for your enemy if you have 2 Sacred Beasts on your field, so that's really good. We run double Doglaw, with Mass Change, of course, super good. We run one Armityle, Case of Fury, still double Cursed Javelin. As I said, this card is nuts, one of your best combo cards with the double Baconing Beast. You always got those cards, right? So you always want to search for the Baconing Beast, and this always lets you set up for the Cursed Javelin. For example, with the Spirit Gates, it's really, really strong. So to set up the lethal, if we have 2 Sacred Beasts on our field, of course we go the Gustav Max once, really strong. And the Zeus, just for the case, we have Phantom of Fury. We can set something to 0, attack, and then we can go into Zeus. It's a really strong combo as well. Of course, double Armor Rush, your most used extra card in this deck, so you always want to play this card out, no matter what. Baconing Beast into Armor Rush to protect any card you need. It's really strong. So we play one Nightmare Phoenix. It's just needed. Sometimes you have to get rid of a spell or a field spell, stuff like this, so we have to play it on one. We also got the Anaconda in the deck to pull out our Fusion Destruction. We got the Unicorn, you know, just to set up OTK, to get rid of an annoying card, and of course to set up the Access Code Talker. Another 5/3 on the board, really strong. And as last card, I'm running the Underworld Goddess, because you can play out a lot of cards in one turn. Most of the time you have a full board, and if your enemy has one untouchable card, stuff like this, you can just drop the Underworld Goddess and you're fine. So that's a new list, the best list working for end of March right now. As I said, guys, I'm testing a lot of decks, a lot of Hamon decks, Uriah decks. Since this list is running perfect right now, it wins a lot of games. I'm really confident on showing you this deck. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, I hope you guys learned something. Of course, I did not forget about the Uriah decklist. This will be coming end of this week, so be hyped about that. Otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, drop subscribe, would really appreciate it. Does really support the channel right now. And as always, of course, stay healthy guys, stay safe, and see you next video.